My boss refused to book my flight for a $5 million deal, so I exposed her to everyone. My name is Rachel Bennett, and I work in the sales division of a large trade company. Ever since joining the firm right after high school, I've poured my heart into my job, dedicating countless hours to learning every intricate detail about our products. My approach involves genuinely connecting with customers, understanding their needs, and recommending the best solutions. This strategy has consistently placed me at the top of sales performance rankings, earning me the nickname Ace among my colleagues. However, it wasn't always smooth sailing. When I first joined the company, I made numerous mistakes due to insufficient product knowledge, which often led to frustrated clients and failed deals. Initially, I dreaded studying and thought I could rely purely on charisma to close sales. Back in high school, my parents constantly compared me to my brilliant older brother, Jake, who excelled academically, effortlessly achieving top grades and later attending an elite university. No matter how hard I studied, I never seemed to match his accomplishments. Eventually, discouraged by constant comparisons and mediocre test scores, I decided college wasn't for me, opting instead to dive directly into the workforce. Things changed dramatically one day when, out of pure intuition, I suggested an alternative product to a customer, one that better suited their specific needs than their initial choice. Witnessing their joy and appreciation ignited a newfound passion for learning. From that moment on, I immersed myself in thorough product research, studying every feature, specification, and potential customer preference. This diligent effort paid off, transforming my career trajectory entirely. But as I achieved success, I also attracted envy. Enter Jade Simmons, a new hire who joined our sales department 6 months ago. Jade, also 26, previously topped the sales charts at a rival company. From the moment we met, Jade made it clear she didn't respect me or my methods. As her assigned trainer, I approached our initial interactions professionally and warmly, but she met my kindness with disdainful comments. "You're my trainer?" Jade scoffed, eyeing me skeptically. "You don't exactly inspire confidence." Throughout the training month, Jade constantly belittled my techniques. For instance, I often included handwritten thank you notes with customer orders, believing the personal touch mattered. Jade openly mocked this practice. "You're seriously wasting your time with thank you notes? No wonder you're always here late," she sneered. "Efficiency matters, Rachel." I explained my reasoning calmly, emphasizing that customers appreciated the extra effort, which often translated into loyalty. Jade, however, dismissed my explanations as naive, labeling me a nerd for knowing so many product details. As weeks passed, Jade's contempt grew more apparent, especially when sales results revealed me as the top performer again. The praise from colleagues and supervisors visibly irked her. Her hostility evolved from mere comments to more insidious actions. Documents vanished from shared folders, appointments mysteriously disappeared from my schedule, and crucial customer communications went missing. At first, I assumed these incidents were accidental, but soon, Jade's involvement became undeniable. One afternoon, during an important client call, the line suddenly disconnected. I looked around frantically, spotting Jade grinning maliciously, holding the unplugged phone cable. Realizing the severity of the sabotage, I confronted her. "Stop harassing me, Jade. This is affecting our clients," I said firmly. "Do you have any proof?" She sneered dismissively. Accusing me without evidence is just pathetic. I was left speechless. Jade's behavior escalated further when, brazenly, she reached into my purse one day, taking cash directly from my wallet. "Thanks for the bonus," she laughed cruelly, leaving me stunned and feeling helpless. When I brought these issues to my manager, he sympathized but explained that without tangible proof, disciplinary actions were limited. Jade faced a mild reprimand, which only intensified her bitterness toward me. Her subtle acts of sabotage continued relentlessly, and I found myself working excessive overtime to fix issues caused by her meddling. Just as I reached my breaking point, an opportunity arose. A major medical device manufacturer expressed interest in our products. Securing a contract with them would not only surpass my quarterly sales goals but also significantly advance my career. However, my manager assigned Jade as my assistant, influenced by her relentless self-promotion. Though apprehensive about partnering with Jade, I hoped professionalism would prevail. Little did I know, Jade had sinister plans that would lead to the most intense confrontation yet. The project with the major medical device manufacturer was crucial. If successful, this deal could drastically elevate my professional standing and secure my path toward a senior position. Despite my reservations about working with Jade, I remained hopeful that she would finally prioritize the team's success over personal rivalry. However, my optimism was short-lived. Almost immediately, Jade began undermining our collaborative efforts. Without my approval, she sent marketing materials about products unrelated to the client's expressed interests. Thankfully, a trusted colleague noticed Jade's unauthorized action and discreetly informed me. I quickly reached out to the client, tactfully explaining the mix-up and offering a clearer outline of suitable options, successfully smoothing over Jade's disruptive behavior. When the day of our critical client meeting approached, I double-checked all preparations and requested that Jade handle travel arrangements, assuming she'd act professionally under these high stakes. We agreed to meet at the airport an hour before the flight to finalize our strategy. But when I arrived, Jade was nowhere to be found. With increasing anxiety, I repeatedly attempted to reach her, but each call went unanswered. As time ticked by, a dreadful suspicion crept in. Rushing to the airline counter, my fears were confirmed. The representative informed me that only Jade's ticket had been booked. There was no reservation in my name. My heart sank, knowing Jade had deliberately sabotaged my chance to attend the crucial meeting. In sheer panic, I dialed Jade once more. After several tense rings, she finally answered, her voice dripping with mockery. "Sorry, Rachel," Jade laughed coldly, clearly delighted. "Today's deal is worth $5 million. Do you really think I'd let you steal my thunder? Trash stays where it belongs behind." Her words rendered me speechless, shock and anger washing over me. Before I could respond, Jade ended the call abruptly, leaving me stranded at the airport. Determined not to concede defeat, I immediately placed myself on standby for the next flight and dialed my brother, Jake, who coincidentally was the CEO of the medical company we were meeting. Jade had no idea of this connection, a fact I had kept private for professional integrity. "Jake," I began hurriedly, trying to keep my voice steady despite the turmoil, "we've got a problem." Jade deliberately prevented me from attending the meeting today. Jake, ever calm and supportive, instantly grasped the seriousness of the situation. He assured me he'd handle the issue, his voice firm and resolute. Comforted by his unwavering confidence, I awaited news as I paced anxiously in the airport terminal, hoping Jade's ruthless sabotage would finally face repercussions. My anxiety mounted as I waited at the airport, pacing and checking my phone every few minutes for updates from Jake. Just 15 minutes after the meeting was scheduled to start, my phone buzzed urgently. My heart raced when I saw Jake's name on the screen. "Rachel, where are you right now?" Jake's voice carried a sharp edge, rare for my typically composed brother. "I'm still at the airport." Jade deliberately excluded me from the flight reservation, I explained quickly, frustration evident in my voice. She made sure I wouldn't make it to the meeting. Jake sighed deeply, clearly aggravated by the situation. "Jade is here alone, and I've already informed her that without you, this deal is off. You're the reason we chose your company." Before I could reply, I received an incoming video call request. It was from Jake's office. Accepting the call, I saw Jade's pale, panic-stricken face staring back at me, with Jake standing sternly beside her. "What's going on, Jade?" I asked calmly, concealing the deep satisfaction I felt at seeing her obvious discomfort. Jade stammered, clearly struggling to formulate a convincing response. "Rachel, there must have been some misunderstanding. Please come here quickly. Mr. Bennett insists he'll only discuss the deal if you're present." Behind Jade, Jake spoke firmly. "Rachel, Jade says she was following your instructions. Is that true?" "Absolutely not," I stated emphatically, maintaining eye contact with Jade through the screen. Jade was responsible for the travel arrangements and deliberately left me stranded. Jade's expression shifted from panic to anger. She tried to interject, but Jake cut her off sharply. "Enough, Jade. Rachel, can you be here today at all?" "Unfortunately, no. The next available flights are completely booked," I admitted with genuine frustration. Jake exhaled sharply, visibly annoyed. "Then there's nothing further to discuss. Jade, your company will hear directly from our legal team about this deliberate sabotage." "Wait. Please reconsider." Jade pleaded desperately, her eyes wide with fear. "I was just trying to help." "That's enough," Jake interrupted sternly. "I only agreed to this meeting because of Rachel's reputation and integrity. Without her involvement, the deal is off." Jake disconnected the call abruptly, leaving Jade's stunned expression etched in my mind. Feeling vindicated yet concerned about the fallout, I braced myself for the storm that awaited my return to the office. Despite Jade's sabotage, I was relieved knowing the truth had surfaced clearly. This incident had finally provided the undeniable evidence needed to hold Jade accountable for her malicious actions. The ride back to the office was filled with apprehension. Despite the vindication I'd felt when Jake exposed Jade's sabotage, I couldn't help but worry about the repercussions awaiting me. Jade had always been manipulative, and I knew she'd spin the narrative to protect herself at my expense. Taking deep breaths, I mentally prepared myself for the confrontation that was sure to come. Upon entering the office, I immediately sensed tension in the air. Conversation ceased abruptly as I walked toward my desk, confirming my suspicion that Jade had already spread her version of the story. My manager, Mr. Collins approached me cautiously, his expression unreadable. "Rachel, we need to speak in the conference room," he said quietly, avoiding eye contact. Inside the room, Jade sat confidently, flanked by our HR representative, Mrs. Adams. Jade's eyes met mine, a smirk playing across her lips, though she quickly adopted a more distressed expression when Mr. Collins began speaking. "Rachel, Jade has reported that you deliberately refused to accompany her to the client meeting today, jeopardizing a significant deal for our company. Do you have any explanation?" I kept my composure, pulling out my phone. I recorded my conversation with Jade at the airport. I stated calmly, pressing play. As Jade's mocking voice echoed in the room, "Today's deal is worth $5 million. Do you really think I'd let you steal my thunder?" Mrs. Adams and Mr. Collins exchanged shocked glances. Jade's face turned pale as her words condemned her unequivocally. "This recording clearly demonstrates Jade's intentional sabotage," I continued, looking directly at Mrs. Adams. "Additionally, I've documented numerous other incidents involving deleted documents, disrupted communications, and personal harassment." Mrs. Adams nodded gravely, her demeanor shifting to one of firm authority. "Jade, given this evidence, your actions constitute serious misconduct." Jade attempted to protest, desperation coloring her voice. "This is fabricated. Rachel set me up." "Enough," Mr. Collins interrupted sternly, clearly frustrated. "This behavior is completely unacceptable. Jade, effective immediately, you're suspended pending further investigation." Jade's expression shifted from anger to panic, realizing the gravity of her situation. Without another word, she stood abruptly and exited the room, visibly shaken. Turning to me, Mr. Collins spoke sincerely. "Rachel, I'm deeply sorry for what you've endured. Your professionalism and integrity have never been in question. Please continue your work with our full support." As I returned to my desk, a sense of relief and pride washed over me. Though exhausted from the emotional ordeal, I felt validated, knowing justice had finally prevailed. The office atmosphere gradually relaxed, and colleagues discreetly expressed their support, recognizing the truth had finally emerged. In the days following Jade's suspension, the office atmosphere gradually improved. Without her constant interference, productivity surged, and a renewed sense of camaraderie filled the workplace. Colleagues who had previously remained distant or neutral began openly supporting me, their kindness offering significant emotional relief. However, the situation with Jade wasn't entirely resolved. A week after her suspension, an internal review commenced, led by HR and upper management. Mr. Collins regularly updated me on the investigation's progress, ensuring transparency and reassuring me that justice would prevail. Despite this, I remained cautious, aware of Jade's cunning and determination to twist events to her advantage. During this period, Jake reached out frequently, offering emotional support and advice. Our relationship, previously marked by a subtle sibling rivalry, deepened significantly. Jake's validation of my professional skills and his genuine concern for my well-being helped heal old emotional wounds. He even personally contacted Mr. Collins, providing a formal statement highlighting Jade's misconduct and reinforcing my integrity and professionalism. One afternoon, Mr. Collins called me into his office. Anticipating another update on Jade's investigation, I was surprised to see Mrs. Adams and our company's CEO, Mr. Harper, waiting inside. The seriousness in their expressions immediately heightened my anxiety. "Rachel," Mr. Harper began, "the internal investigation has concluded. Based on overwhelming evidence, we've determined Jade's actions were intentionally harmful, malicious, and unprofessional. Her employment has been terminated effective immediately." I exhaled deeply, a wave of relief washing over me. Mrs. Adams offered a reassuring smile. Additionally, she continued, "The company will implement stricter oversight policies to ensure such incidents never recur." Mr. Collins added warmly, "We recognize your exceptional performance and unwavering dedication to our company. We're pleased to offer you an immediate promotion to senior sales executive, recognizing your hard work, resilience, and professionalism." Stunned yet overjoyed, I felt tears of gratitude forming in my eyes. "Thank you all for believing in me," I said sincerely, struggling to maintain composure. "You've earned this, Rachel," Mr. Harper said firmly. "We're proud to have you as part of our team." As I left the office, heart swelling with pride and renewed confidence, my colleagues warmly congratulated me. Finally, after enduring months of harassment and sabotage, I felt fully vindicated, ready to embrace the promising future that awaited me. Following my promotion, life at the office took on a renewed energy and sense of optimism. My new role as senior sales executive allowed me greater responsibility and influence, providing opportunities to shape team strategies and mentor junior colleagues. This shift marked a transformative phase, both personally and professionally, highlighting just how far I'd come despite past challenges. Jake remained a steady source of guidance and encouragement, and our conversations frequently revolved around strategies for personal and professional growth. Our once distant relationship blossomed into a meaningful sibling bond, built on mutual respect and admiration. His continuous support affirmed my capabilities and inspired newfound confidence in my leadership abilities. Despite the positive developments, the lingering echoes of Jade's actions occasionally resurfaced. Rumors occasionally circulated, mostly fueled by curiosity about her departure, but these quickly dissipated as colleagues focused on the improved environment and rising success. To ensure transparency and avoid future issues, HR diligently implemented stronger oversight measures, significantly reducing workplace conflicts. A few months after my promotion, I led a critical project involving another significant potential client. This opportunity tested my leadership skills, strategic thinking, and negotiation prowess. My team and I diligently prepared, analyzing the client's requirements and tailoring proposals meticulously. The client appreciated our personalized approach, expressing keen interest in collaborating. During the final negotiation phase, a familiar name appeared on the client's delegation list, Jade Simmons. My heart skipped a beat when I saw her name, knowing this encounter could stir unresolved emotions. However, determined to maintain professionalism, I prepared extensively, ensuring I was ready to handle any interaction with composure. When the meeting day arrived, Jade entered alongside the client's representatives. Our eyes met briefly. Jade appeared noticeably subdued, her former arrogance replaced by quiet humility. Throughout the meeting, she remained mostly silent, observing carefully. The client, impressed by our presentation and detailed responses, quickly agreed to move forward with our proposal. After the meeting concluded, Jade approached me cautiously. Her expression was one of genuine remorse, contrasting starkly with the hostility she had shown previously. "Rachel," she began hesitantly, "I want to sincerely apologize for everything. I've learned a hard lesson, and I'm genuinely sorry for how I treated you." Her sincerity caught me off guard, but I appreciated her gesture. "Thank you, Jade," I replied earnestly. "I hope we both can move forward positively from here." With that brief exchange, a significant chapter closed, leaving a profound sense of relief and closure. Walking away, I realized how much I'd grown through these trials, emerging stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever. After my unexpected yet healing interaction with Jade, I felt an undeniable sense of closure. The past, with all its conflicts and misunderstandings, was finally laid to rest, allowing me to fully embrace the promising future ahead. Life at work continued to thrive, my role as senior sales executive granting me deeper involvement in strategic decision-making and mentorship, bringing a renewed purpose and fulfillment to my career. My relationship with Jay continued to strengthen, becoming one of mutual admiration and support. Regular conversations with him offered valuable insights and guidance, enriching my perspective both professionally and personally. His acknowledgement of my growth helped solidify my newfound confidence, reinforcing that I had indeed come a long way from the young, insecure employee I once was. Months later, our team's successes culminated in securing a major contract, surpassing even our most optimistic projections. This accomplishment not only validated our hard work, but also reinforced the effectiveness of the positive changes we'd implemented internally. Recognition from upper management followed swiftly, further motivating everyone and creating an environment of high morale and collaborative spirit. At our annual company event, I was honored publicly for my contributions, receiving heartfelt applause from colleagues. Standing before my peers, I felt immense gratitude, not only for the recognition but also for the trials that had brought me to this moment. Those challenges had tested my resolve, but they also provided crucial lessons that shaped my professional identity and resilience. After the ceremony, Jake approached with a proud smile. "Rachel, you were incredible up there," he remarked warmly. "I'm so proud to see how far you've come. I couldn't have done it without your support," I replied sincerely, feeling deep appreciation for our strengthened sibling bond. "No," he countered gently, "you did it all on your own. I'm just glad I got to witness your journey." As the celebration continued, I reflected quietly on the journey behind me. The challenges I'd faced with Jade, the setbacks I'd overcome, and the hard-earned victories had all contributed to shaping who I had become. More than ever, I understood that growth often arises from adversity, and true strength emerges when facing our toughest moments head-on. With a hopeful gaze toward the future, I knew my path ahead was clear. Empowered by past experiences, supported by genuine relationships, and driven by unwavering determination, I was ready to embrace whatever opportunities and challenges lay ahead, confident in my ability to navigate them with integrity and strength.